Hi, my name is David Dick, and I'm a partner with the firm Facilitated Solutions. I'm coming to you here from my home to tell you about our email that I recently got from Jennifer. She's a client of ours who works on the front lines of the healthcare crisis here in Manitoba related to COVID-19. Jennifer emailed me last week asking if I could issue a weekly email of conflict resolution reminders and tips because she was afraid she was forgetting what she knows and wanted to be her best self, in her words, with both the colleagues that she leads as well as her family members at home. I was excited to receive her email, and I said an enthusiastic yes, because my colleague and I have been looking for a way that we could contribute in this situation. Her request also put me in mind of a teaching I came across many years ago. The teaching was, you have the right to ask for what you want. The instructor told us, you have the right to ask for what you want. I had to chew that over, and I said it to myself in the first person. I have the right to ask for what I want. I wasn't at all sure I believed that. But as I've thought about that teaching over the years since, its radical and potentially liberating implications have become clearer and clearer to me. So what's radical? What's radical is that I would have the self-awareness and self-worth to figure out what I want and to value that. What's also radical is that I have the vulnerability to share that with another human being, realizing that they could see my ask as trivial or burdensome. What's radical about that is that I would frame my ask, or reframe my want rather, as an ask rather than as a tell. What's liberating is that the guesswork ends. Instead of being focused as much on trying to figure out what someone else might want, or even more insidious, trying to figure out what they might want me to want, something I specialized in for years or tried to, I get to focus principally on myself, even though that is difficult to myself in the sense of figuring out what I want. That could be difficult enough in its own right. But I start there, and then I start with an ask, with humility rather than a tell. So the saying is, you have a right to ask for what you want, not you have the right to tell people what to do. Of course, we know as leaders in the workplace or as parents, we do maybe have the right to tell people what to do, to issue orders. But our advice at Facilitated Solutions, especially in the midst of stressful times, would be to go there last, to start with humility, to start with the request. I recently was out for a walk with a family member. We were on day 10 of just the four of us isolated. And the day before, I felt there had been too much yelling and raised voices. So while on this walk in a calmer state with my family member, I asked them for what I wanted. I asked for a quieter day. But they were quiet. And I sensed tension. I sensed stress, maybe some defensiveness. And after 30 seconds or so of silence, I decided to flip it. And I asked them what they wanted. I asked rather if there was any need that they had that I could be helpful with. Well, there was more silence. But after about 10 seconds, they turned to me and said, yes, I think what I could use is I could really use a Pepsi at some point today. Well, that I could do. I gave them their Pepsi, and I got my quieter day. And the next day or a day after, we have to start again. And I anticipate we'll have to start again tomorrow with asking each other for what we want. Our advice to you would be to bring that energy. You have a right to ask for what you want to your colleagues and your family members during this stressful time. And remember to uphold this right for others, to stay attuned to what others might want or need, and to trying to create space for them to articulate that, even if we aren't always as able to deliver as we might hope. That's a little conflict resolution tip for today by video. If you have any comments, leave them down below, and we look forward to hearing anything you have to say. There's also a written blog on this matter, which you could check out. Thanks for watching, though. Bye for now.